Hello, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the That Clean Life meal planning software to create your own meal plan with your customized recipe book. So the first thing you'll do is click on the link that I sent you, and it will likely ask you to enter your name, possibly your email address, to get into the screen that I'm showing you here. Then what you'll notice is the planners on the right side of the page, and you'll want to make sure that you select your meal planner among the other participants in this program so that you are just editing your own meal planner. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with my meal planner and show you how to use this. You'll notice on the left side is the list of recipes in your recipe book. You have the option to filter these recipes. So maybe if you're looking for something that has chicken in it, you can type chicken and it'll filter all the recipes by that. And then you can maybe make a list of the ones that you think you want to add to your meal plan. But there's also an option I'll show you inside the planner to just scan through the recipe list in there. So I'm going to undo this filter. And I'm going to go inside my meal planner here. So when I click on this, I'm going to see a view of the meal plan for the week. And it gives me the option to add breakfasts, a morning snack, lunch, an afternoon snack, dinner, and an after dinner snack. Now, I oftentimes try not to do a lot of snacking and have more, have my meals be larger. So I focus on a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and try not to snack unless I really feel like I need it for energy, or if I'm actually really am feeling very hungry. So I like to build my meal plans just really focusing on the basic 3 meals. And if I have a snack, it might be a piece of fruit or a handful of nuts. But you can also, of course, add snacks in the planner as well. So for this particular challenge, I have given you 10 smoothie recipes, which can work great for breakfasts and snacks. And some people may even like them for lunches. And then I included 30 dinner recipes, which can also really substitute as lunches as well. And oftentimes I like to cook enough servings of my dinner that I'll have leftovers for the next day that I can just reheat for lunch. And that makes lunch really simple. So what I usually like to do is start by building the dinner. So what you can do in your software is if you click on Monday dinner, it's going to pull up the recipes from your book and you'll be able to scan through and see which one you want to add. So I don't know, it's getting to be fall. I love making soups in the fall and winter. So I see this slow cooker sausage and kale soup, and this is one my family loves. So I'm going to add that in. Now with soups, generally it'll be a bigger serving size because you're making a pot of it. But you can, of course, scale down the servings if you want to, or leave them at 8 servings, and then you can always freeze some, or you can have some for lunch leftovers. So I'm going to have that soup, say, for Monday. So Monday is checked. I'm going to add that dinner. For the next night, Tuesday, I always love the theme Taco Tuesday. So I think I'm here. I have a chicken salsa. So the slow cooker chicken salsa is super simple. It's literally 2 ingredients. It slow cooks, and then you have fillings for your tacos. So I'm going to leave it at 4 because it's a slow cooker recipe, and then I'll have enough for the 4 of us. There's 4 in my family to eat. So I'm going to add that for dinner. Go in here. I'm just going to pick one more because I think you're getting the idea here. So maybe I want to do the cod on Wednesday, and I want 4 servings, or maybe you're having guests over, you want to make 6, or you want to do leftovers. You can easily adjust the serving size. So now that I'm building these out, I'm basically going to fill out. I always recommend either if you if it works better for you to plan out the whole week and then shop for all the ingredients, you may have to freeze some of your protein items. You may actually have to go back to the store to get some of your produce if you run low. But some people like to do a big shop and plan out the whole week. And then some people may feel like that's overwhelming and they might do 3 or 4 days and then they plan the rest of the week. The only thing I would say is if you plan 3 or 4 days and then you do your shopping, you populate your grocery list and do your shopping. If you go back in here and say do 4 more days, you're going to want to remove these first 3 recipes so that the grocery list doesn't include the ingredients for these 3 recipes. All right, so one cool thing is that say I want to have this soup for my lunch the next day. I can click on this and I can put that soup in here again, but instead of obviously I'm not making a fresh batch of it, I'm just doing it as a leftover. I'm not going to need the ingredients in my shopping list. So a cool feature is you can click on this right side, the leftover button, and it takes the ingredients out of the shopping list. So you're not double buying. And then you add that lunch. And you'll notice that it's shaded, which means it's a leftover, and it's not going to include extra ingredients in the shopping list. And so you could do that, if you wanted to have more soup on Wednesday and you had enough left over, you could add that in as a lunch. All right, so that's that. And then if you wanted to put in your smoothie recipes, then of course you can scan down here. I guess they're not necessarily separated. So say I want to do the gingerbread smoothie, probably most likely you're only going to be doing one. So you can add that. You can also add them as snacks, of course. So maybe the next day you want to do a different smoothie. So maybe this mango coconut smoothie. Of course, you can always make 2 servings if someone else in your house wants one. Then you can add that. Any of the smoothie recipes, you can add a protein powder to. Some of the recipes call for a protein powder and some of them do not, but you can always add protein powder to it. You just may, if it doesn't call for the powder, you may need to add a little bit more liquid to it so that it doesn't end up getting too thick. But that way, if you wanted to add your Shakeology, or if you have another protein that you like to add, or you want to add collagen powder or anything like that, you can easily add that in. So once you've filled out however many days that you want to plan for, and of course you can have, incorporate other recipes of your own that you want, but you would have to just write in the ingredients to your shopping list because you won't be able to add that recipe into this planner. So once you're done, you basically can, if you go up to the right corner, you can click on list and it's going to show you basically everything that you need. You can check off what you already have. Like a lot of times it'll even put in here like how much water you need, which most of us aren't shopping for our water. So of course you can just cross that off. You might already have some vanilla protein powder at home. You may already have like sea salt and cinnamon and chia seeds at home. So you check off what you already have. When you print this out, those will already be checked off. Or sometimes I just print out the list and use a pen and cross out what I have. But you basically will be able to print this out. So the last thing I want to show you is that you can actually export your list. So I'm going to export this and you have the choice to have the plan, the list, or maybe if you don't want the plan, you can just have the list. But basically what it's going to do is let you start. It should let us just start to export here. And then once I get that downloaded to my computer, I will be able to show you that. I think it's going to, normally what it does for me is it downloads onto my computer. So normally for me, as I was saying, it downloads to my computer when I export, but I think as a client, it's looking like what it will do is email you when your export is ready, and then you'll be able to just it'll basically send you the PDF. And so this is what the PDF looks like. So it has your meals listed out here, and then all your grocery shopping list that you can print out, and then all the recipes. So it makes planning your meals super simple. I started using this program about 3 years ago, actually during COVID, and when we had to eat every meal at home, and I wanted to try to make cooking more interesting, and I wanted to get better at cooking, and so I my family and I have just been using this planner and all the recipes in it for 3 years, and it is we have eaten some very delicious, new, and interesting meals. I feel more confident in the kitchen. And it just makes our life a lot easier. And it makes me feel good knowing that we're eating nutrient dense meals that don't take a ton of time. Okay, so that is how to use the planner software. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions at all. If you get stuck trying to utilize this planner, I am here to help you. And I would love for you to tell me, once you've started eating some of the recipes, which are your favorites. I always love to hear what my clients' favorite recipes are. All right. Thank you for listening here, and good luck in the 3-week challenge.